Hello and welcome to Stockwatch, presented by me, Evan Lucas, for Go Market Securities. As always, please have a very good read through of the disclaimer on screen. Everything in this video is general in nature, none of it relied upon as any form of personal advice. Go Market Securities does not know your personal scenario, nor your personal financial goals, and therefore none of it relied upon as any form of advice at all. It is just general in nature only. When monopolies don't work, I don't normally talk in this sort of vein and around this kind of material, but I do want to point out when it doesn't actually work in your favor. We know when you look at it from an investor or even from a trader's perspective that monopolies have pricing power, they have the ability to really control the market in most of the time advantageous ways to themselves. But when you get old and when you get slightly lazy, it can go against you. And why I want to highlight that was very, very clear about what has come out this week for the ASX Limited. People forget this is a listed company that you can actually invest in, but it's a company that certainly has lost its way in the last 5 years. It has been incredibly slow to innovate, to actually take on board the changes that were coming. It's productivity 101, and why I highlight it is just to keep your mind open to it, to keep you alive to your other events, not just with the ASX, about that exposure. Because the fact that they're now telling you for the first time in 18 years that the ASX is going to contract is an interesting one, because what the argument is that most of the money that they get for their business is from corporate activity. Now, yes, we know the market at the moment is a little bit different to what it has been over the last period, and at the same time, listing rules have changed, regulation has changed, get all that. But at the same time, it shows that there is something as a barrier, and therefore if your model is creating a barrier, that needs to be looked at as well. And competition has come. That sort of monopoly is slightly starting to be eroded at a much faster rate than I think they were anticipating. And that's why I wanted to highlight the ASX this week, because it is a company that shows very clearly that if you're not innovating, even as a monopoly, you can find yourselves on the wrong end of share price movements.